What's up, everybody? It's your boy Busyblu, and I am back again with another Real Housewives of Atlanta Season 10 recap and review. Y'all, it's been a long time, so y'all can judge me, and I'm not even gonna be upset with you guys judging me. Just be with me. Today I'm gonna review episode 9. Y'all, I thought it was a good episode. Anybody else thought it was a good episode? I know it's been moving kind of slowly in this melodrama, but I thought it was a good episode. You want to know? Let's get into the show before I get into the reads. Before I get into that, if you like what you see, which I'm sure you will, make sure you subscribe. We have a lot of fun over here on my channel. We call ourselves the Busy Bees. So yeah, subscribe and let me know what you think. So first off, we start off with Portia acting. Okay. I guess she had a role in Two Can Play That Game. So yeah. She talks about the roles that she had and how she's really trying to be this best actress. You know, she's been in Sharknado before. Emmy nominated, Oscar winning, directing for Sharknado. So she talks about that role. She was also in The Mother's Love. Big play that traveled the world. So she's been doing very serious roles, very serious things. Anyway, we go from there because there was really nothing happening over there. We go to Sheree and she gets a table for 3 at a restaurant. These lips come in. I was like, oh my gosh. And then followed by the lips was Kim Zolciak. She comes in. Sheree's trying to convince us that every time they're together, they always have a good time. But Kim falls in and out with everybody. So it's never, to me, I don't think she's ever having like a good time with someone. Or in a good place with someone. But they always have a good time when they're together. Then they show clips of her pulling wigs, taking wigs, they cussing each other out. I guess it's how just friends are nowadays. So they sit down. Immediately she started talking about Kenya. I've never dealt with anyone like that. I can't believe it. She's so nasty. I can't deal with her. I'm sorry. I never had to deal with anyone like that. She's so nasty. And Sheree's like, yeah, I've never seen you act like that. Like, that's really, crazy. But that's not true because on season 1, wasn't she trying to act like she was about to hit Nene? On season 1 reunion, go back to it, y'all. Season 1 or 2. So, then they start talking about the whole Candy situation. If y'all were not watching this live last night, you need to go to Candy's Twitter and Nene and Kim's Twitter because they were going in on each other last night. The show has become more so what's happening in real lifetime now. Because this stuff is pre-recorded, so now we're there watching it and we're watching it. And I feel like the more exciting part is the drama that's happening in real life. I mean, to me. But anyway, she starts talking about Kim starts talking about Candy and saying how I don't like her and I believe all the stuff that Portia was saying about them because they're swingers. I would never let Candy eat my box and. It's really strange that, your elevator doesn't go all the way up if you're going to come in and have somebody sleep with your man. And wasn't Kim Zolciak dating women and going down in people's boxes and letting other people go down on people's boxes and sleeping with somebody else's husband? Anyway, I'm going to go past that. Nene, they start talking about Nene and Tyrone, and she was saying how, Sheree was telling Kim how she now likes Tyrone. They've been dating, he's in prison, but, we're dating. And Kim's like, oh my God, I knew something was going on, but I didn't know, this is what it was. She knows Tyrone because they used to book shows. Now, remember, that's when they got into the fight, Nene and Sheree, about Tyrone and who was booking people's shows, and there was like a shorter fee. In the media at that time, they were talking about who was trying to undercut people's fees so that people wouldn't have to pay as much and come and see them or stuff like that. But anyway, Tyrone's been everybody's like, yo, is Tyrone gonna be the Roger Bob of the season? We just hear Tyrone. Is it Roger? But is he the Roger Bob of the season? Y'all let me know. But anyway, they call Nene because they're like, look, she's supposed to be meeting us. She's not here. Let's, figure out what's happening. They pick up the phone. She's like, oh, y'all didn't get the memo? I sent it around to everybody. I sent it to the emails. I sent it via text as well. I'm not showing up. And they're like, well, what do you mean? Well, why are you not coming? She's like, look, there's tons of elephants you know, Sheree, you know, every time we get around each other, you know, there's tons of elephants. And I'm trying to fix all of those elephants out of the room. There's tons of elephants in the room, trying to fix the elephants in the room. So basically, she said she wasn't coming. She's going to set up something, da-da-da. So they're like, okay. They get off the phone with her. Then they're talking about, here she go, Kim go. She was just so, everything was so cool. But now it's, oh my gosh, you know, we did have this argument because she has roaches in her house. And they went back to the clips. Y'all, they had new clips of like new roaches. Or at least clips I hadn't seen. But she started going through that. But she's like, oh, I don't understand what the elephants in the room are. But then you got this stuff going on. We see Cynthia. She's having a school supply drive at the Bailey Agency, which I think is really cool because, you know, I guess because the fame was gone, you got to overamp, you know, the philanthropy aspect of Real Housewives of Atlanta because now she's not here to do those things for charity or whatever. But she's having a school supply job at the the Bailey Agency. Kenya comes to the event, and then I guess Nene was supposed to be there, but she didn't show up, so they FaceTime Nene or whatever because she was playing. It looked like she was playing with filters, unless those sunglasses were real, which they didn't look like it to me. But they call her, and she says, when I see you, I'll bring you something for the next time. Everything's going well. Will shows up, and Will comes to bring supplies as well. And he gets in there, and, you know, Cynthia's just like a little schoolgirl. She's so sweet, this and that, da-da-da. He tells her that he's going out of town to Brazil. Kenya decides that will be the best time to bring up the fact that prostitution is legal there. And Cynthia's just getting all up in her nerves, and she's like, what? You know, you could see it in her face, like she did not like the way that she brought that up. And he was like, oh no, I'm just going to see the statues. And yeah, Cynthia's like, oh yes, make sure you're only going for that. You're only going for the girl. So Kenya was, you know, she puts her to the side and she's like, you know, you're doing a lot. Like, this is where you are, and like this is where you need to be. Okay, so like, you know, pull it back, girl. Get it together. Oh, she actually did do the slapping thing, right, y'all? She actually did do the slapping thing. Was like, get it together. Get it together. So they come back, and you know, he's like, hey, nice, you know, meeting you all, talking to you all, da 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 da. And he's like, yo, can I put you to the side? He puts her to the side, and their kiss was awkward to me. What did y'all think about it? It just seemed awkward. I don't know. After that, we go to Sheree's house. Sheree's in here complaining about, y'all, I can't do this throughout the whole time. Sheree, you gonna do this? You know, they need to just change her tagline to, I just got back in the show, but my back, like something like that. But because this is the only thing that we gonna talk about is her back. I see her trying to milk it. They need this video proof and evidence. For months, her back has been hurting and she's been suddenly talking about it. Anyway, she's complaining about her back. She hears somebody open the door. It's Cairo. He's bringing food. Right when Cairo comes in and he said he's gonna make dinner, you know, she gets a phone call from Tyrone. I was about to say Roger Bob. She gets a phone call from Tyrone. He's like, hey, you know, how you doing? Oh, my back hurts, you know. He's like, oh yeah, well, you know, sorry about that. You know, I got some information. For some paperwork and some stuff that I need to do in order to get me out of here because, you know, they was lying on me and I'm going to be out soon. So, she's like, yeah, you know, I trust and believe. She says that she trusts and believes that he's innocent and she can't wait for him to get out and come home. At that time, she also brings up the fact, like, yeah, people out here are talking about you. I had Nene, she's saying stuff. And Tyrone sounded like he messy. Because he was like, she don't want to go that route. Or she don't got nothing to do with us. Let's just ignore her. And he said she don't want to go that route later. But, you know, let's just ignore her. Let's not do anything. We don't have to worry about her. After that, she gets off the phone. You know, I love you. Oh, my back. She was trying to stand up. I love you. And she goes inside and she starts to, for some reason, ask Cairo about his dating life. Like, you know, how are you dating? What's that looking like? He's like, well, now how you dating? That ended that conversation because they both just decided, you know what, we're not going to talk about this. Let's keep moving. Then we see Nene. She's meeting up with a medium. She tells the medium, like, look, there are elephants in the room, and every time I'm around them, they're all talking about these elephants. So I want to, I don't want to have to deal with all the elephants. Let's get the elephants cleared up. And she's like, okay, I don't want you to. Speaking with mediums and stuff like that, it's always interesting because you don't know what you're going to get. You just assume they're going to be this pleasant, nice person, I guess. I mean, sometimes it just doesn't happen like that. My problem is with this meeting, she was just giving me attitude from the jump. Like something was there. I don't know if the spirits were blocking her, but it was just something that it was just like, what's wrong with you? I didn't even write her name down because I don't need that energy in my house. So we just gonna keep calling her the medium. But then the medium's like, look, I'm gonna have to take people's phones. And then it was like, okay, so whatever. She gave her phone, turned it off. Cynthia comes in. They were connecting, and then Candy comes in. She had to connect with Candy because, she don't give hugs no more. I mean, she doesn't shake hands, she only gives hugs. And Messy Bravo rolling the tape back because she's definitely giving handshakes. Nene, and once Candy comes in, Nene and Cynthia sit down and she's like, hey, what happened with this boat trip? How did it go? I know you met him. And Candy was like, I just want to apologize to you, Cynthia, if you think that I was overstepping my boundaries or what have you, because I was just trying to make sure that he wasn't an opportunity. So, everybody's on the come up. And I want to make sure that, you're not going to get messed up by those people and that they had that beef squashed. I'm not even going to talk about this that long. Sheree, we're at Sheree's house when everybody's supposed to be meeting up with the medium. Portia comes in. Yo, did anybody else think her wig was off? It was just something that was just, I don't know if it was just not shifting right or it was just, what was that? Anyway, we see this creature comes in. We're like, oh, it's Kim. She walks into the house and they're all talking about what they're going to do and how they're going to try to have an open mind and stuff like that. From there, we get back to the medium. Kenya shows up. Kenya, she gives her a hug and she tries to go put her umbrella up. It's raining outside. When she comes in, the medium's like, oh, what we're not doing is turning our backs while people are talking to you. When I said she almost caught these hands, don't you ever come at Kenya like that. Just her whole body language, everything about her was just off, and I really didn't like it. They all arrived. The medium asked for everybody else's cell phones. Here go Kim. Oh, I can't give my cell phone up. I got 6 babies at home, but my husband he's there too, and something may be happening, and it's... Girl, just give the phone, please. Candy was like, look, you got 6 babies at home, but the oldest is, 30-something. Don't make it seem like that. They begin the thing. As they begin, the lights turn in and off. And I was like, it's because y'all got that wildebeest, platypus-looking, duck-faced Kim in the room. She shouldn't be in the room. I really think that Kim is racist. Sorry, y'all. I think that she's racist, and I don't think she's here for the black people. I think she's stuck with us. And we've been trying to get rid of her. Didn't we on the Queen's Court, didn't they say we switched Eminem for Kim? I'm just so over her. But she starts it off, and the medium starts it off, and she's like, look, I just want to let y'all know that if there's anything that needs to be told, I'm going to tell. Any secrets that need to come out, I'm going to say it. Cynthia was like, well, hold on now. What do you mean? Let's be careful. Production, turn off the cameras real quick. What secrets? So I thought that was funny. She started talking about Sheree, and she basically tells her, just know where you're gonna end and where you're gonna begin. Don't let anybody else, get in the middle of that. She tells Candy, like, look, once you get out of your head, you're gonna help me today. She tells her that she can see things before they happen, sort of like deja vu. And she told her that, before the night's over, she's going to be helping me. She tells Nene she isn't a little girl anymore, but, she's looking like she's looking for approval to stop that. The entire time all of this was going on, Platypus is sitting over there. I just can't. I think it's because she was black. We have seen Kim talk to 50 different psychics on the show. One who told her she was going to have her baby. Then she had another one talking about the money and big papas and who's going to be coming next. She was always meeting with psychics. Now we get this black one who does things a little bit different because they're not drawing up papers, you know, or doing stuff like the hoodoo voodoo like this, you know. Now I've been read by the best of the best. I've been read by this and that. You've been read by TV psychics. Don't try to come up in here and make it sound like Jesus came down and gave you a reading. I just can't tell. I think she racist, y'all. I'm sorry. Anyway, we go from there. She's being groomed, so the woman's like, hey, you know, our connection is not off. Kim talk about something, she's from a higher power. At the end of the day, Kenya jumped in. She's like, look, you're being rude, you're being nasty. Every time she's talking, you're talking. Let's get out what we need to get out. This is what we're here for. I think Kenya was like, look, I need her to tell me if I'm about to have a baby. You know, I don't need you to be trying to mess up what we got going on here. As she's doing that, Nini's like, oh, I'm here for it. So the psychics, now this is okay. This is when I was like, okay, well, what's happening here? Bravo. This is when the psychic, the medium asks, you know, what, can I bathe you? You know, can I just bathe you? I just want to bathe me and I want to bathe you. And if we bathe each other, we can cleanse off the spirits. Would you allow me to bathe you? And I was with her. No thank you. No baths for me. So you won't be bathing me. That's when the medium gets upset. You know, she dabs out that sage and she's like, I'm not doing this. And she walks away. Candy starts to help. Boom. Y'all did she say she was going to do that? I mean, I still think her spirit is off or whatever, but she called that. So Candy was like, look, well, since, you know, the medium doesn't want to do this, I'm going to step in. So she gets in between Portia and Nina was like, hey, you know, have you guys discussed what's happening? Nina was like, there ain't nothing to discuss. I don't want to discuss my elephant in the room. We need to discuss everybody else's elephants. And, you know, Portia tried to talk about, you know, it is what it is. Blah, blah, blah. Look, we're not talking about any of that stuff. Nina was like, look, I want to talk about everybody else's elephants in the room. Here come Kim and Sheree. Well, we got to talk about our elephants in the room because you said that you have a problem with me. I think what Nene was trying to say is that you know that every time we come around each other, there are issues. I think that it came off to Sheree as we got all these issues. We got elephants in the room and so do we. Now, I feel like she probably has a problem with her bringing around Kim and her not wanting her to be in her space. But more of the elephants are with Kim. And so Sheree's like, no, the problem is with me. Y'all know, is it a problem because of Tyrone? Is Tyrone the issue? Y'all, he's the Roger Bob of this season. I don't care. Is Tyrone the issue? Is that what the problem is? And Nene was like, I have no problems to do with Tyrone. Sheree was like, oh, okay, good, because you have mug shots. Child, why she say that? Because then Nene's like, okay, I do have mug shots, but yours is in jail. We ain't talking about no bond. We can get out. Yours is in jail. Don't come to me with this. They must have said, look, we need to stop production and go on to something else because you ain't going to do this to me. This is when we get to Kim and Kenya. And Kenya's like, look, Kim, I just want to fix what problems I have. I mean, whatever our problems with you. And as she's talking to her phone, Kenya was like, okay, you know, Kim, if you're going to talk to your phone, I'll wait until you finish so we can fix this. And Kim was like, I have no interest in talking to you. She's just up. She's so rude. She's so nasty. She's okay? And I just can't take her. Why is she here? Why is she here? Don't be tardy for the party. Lay on your back and have other kids. Why is she here? I can't stand her. I mean, I'm sure people are going to come in here. Hey, I don't care. I don't like her. So she says she's not going to respond to Kenya because she's not going to get a rise out of her, whatever. And Cynthia's like, well, I don't understand why y'all have beef in the first place. Why don't y'all like each other? Kenya's like, I don't have no problem with this woman. I don't like people who don't like me. And there's no issue that we have. The problem that we had, I was in a fight with Sheree that she jumped in. And she started with me at Nene's party. I don't have no issue with her. So Cynthia's like, well, I'm still trying to figure it out. And Kim was like, can you be quiet? Like, this has nothing to do with it, so then you need to be quiet. And that's when I'm like, Cynthia, let her have it. Cynthia says, oh, don't tell me to be quiet. I was like, girl, she just can't. Oh, Jesus. So then Kim starts talking about her kid. I don't like people who talk about my kids, and that's the issue that I have with her. Kenya didn't talk about your kids. She said what you said. And Kenya's like, I didn't say anything about your kids. I've never talked about your kids, whatever. At the end of the day, Nene was like, we're not going to be resolving any of this. Let's leave it alone. As they're trying to pack up and go, Kim comes to Cynthia. Cynthia comes to Kim and was like, hey, you know, it's not nice to tell people to be quiet. And she was like, Cynthia, you just sit down, shut up, and look pretty. Don't come here and say anything. You know, you have no idea what you're talking about, and you're inserting yourself into something else. Even Cynthia after that was like, oh, just don't tell people. Gave her a hug. After that, Kim and Nene, they decided they're trying to have a talk. I don't know why she tried to sit down with this platypus. Cynthia tells, Nene tells her, like, look, I don't like how you came into my home and you immediately started, you know, throwing digs. You were throwing glasses and you were throwing digs. Talking about the parking space because of the handicap sticker. Oh, da, da, da. And she was like, oh, I just want to let you know, I would never disrespect Greg. He is, you know, one of the best men out there in life or something like that. And Nene was like, yeah, but I felt like you were doing that. And Kim was like, well, no, not at all. I just feel like you were acting strange in your house. She was like, well, what do you mean acting strange? I don't know, like maybe like you were on drugs or something. I'm on drugs now, Kim? Nene was like, look, I know the vodka was flowing, but ain't nobody doing no drugs over here. I don't like this woman. Now the black people got to be doing drugs? Popping pills? That was pretty much the end of the episode. I can't deal with it. Do y'all like Kim? How y'all feel about her? I'm not feeling her. I don't like her. She needs to go that way now. Yesterday. I don't know. I just, it was a good episode because it made me feel, but it annoyed me. Let me get off of here. If you like what you saw, subscribe. Tell me what y'all thought about this episode. What y'all like, what y'all didn't like. Make sure you click the thumbs up. I have some house cleaning to do, so I need to get busy. You guys, if you want to know more about me, you can follow me on my Facebook, The Busyblu, or on social media on Twitter and Instagram, Busyblu, no space, no E. You all stay busy. Until next time.